that we are starting the recording of this seminar. So whoever doesn't feel like to be on video, you can please turn off the camera. And thank you very much. So again, introduction to diamonds. We're talking about associating what the diamond, the shiny diamond, the sparkle, that when we look at the diamond in a jewelry piece, what we see is beauty, we see brilliance, we see romance, we see wedding, we see love story. That's what we associate with the polished diamond in a jewelry piece. But that's not the case when we look at the diamond in its rough stage. But we don't see the actual potential of a rough diamond when you see it in its rough stage. And that's what we are going to explore today in our seminar. So the journey of a diamond is a real transformation from something raw and natural into something refined, precise, and beautiful. And this transformation doesn't happen, of course, by chance. It really requires science, technology, human, and expertise working together. And I'm going to add to this also some art. Let's take a step back and look at the full journey of a diamond. So before reaching the market, a diamond goes through several key stages. It begins with formation deep inside the earth, then to the mining and recovery, then followed by sorting and evaluation, then planning and cutting, then polishing and finishing, to finally reaching the grading and certification, and then it can be ready to get in the market. Each of these stages actually is important and requires specialized knowledge. Moving through these stages, the diamond value increases significantly. So there is like a dramatic, I would say, a change in the value of the diamond when moving from one step to another from the diamond journey. Starting with the first stage and talking about the formation of the diamond. Geologically speaking, the earth is consisted of different layers. So the first layer under the surface, that will be the crust. And the crust goes deep inside the earth at about reaching 50 kilometers in depth. The second layer after the crust, that will be the upper mantle. And this is where the diamond starts its formation. In the upper mantle, at depth around 150 kilometers to 200 kilometers, this is where the diamond starts its formation. And that's where the pressure can reach around 50,000 atmospheres, or what we can say that's equal to 50 kilobars, and temperatures that can exceed 1,200 degrees Celsius. Under these extreme conditions, carbon atoms will bond together in a way, like a very strong way, and unique structure. So if carbon exists at lower pressure than the one that we mentioned at these levels, it forms graphite instead of diamond. So when we talk about the formation, all of the formation conditions, they have to be available together at the same time, of course, to be able to form the diamond instead like of other form of carbons, again, like the graphite. So only within this narrow stability zone can carbon atom crystallize into the diamond structure. This structure is what makes diamond the hardest natural material known. What's even more fascinating in this, if we think about how old the diamond is, the diamond is formed between 1 to 3 billion years ago, meaning they are older than most of life on Earth. And this is one of the things also that can make the value of the diamonds going up. Moving to the next step or stage. So if we think about the diamonds that's being formed deep inside the earth at about 150 kilometers or 200, we have to think, how are gonna they reach the surface? Are humans able to dig or to mine that deep inside the earth to get the diamonds at this very, very high depth? Or what's like the other things that can make the diamond reach the surface? Diamonds reach the surface through powerful volcanic eruptions. These eruptions create structures known as kimberlite pipes, which act like natural channels or elevator system that brings the diamond from deep inside the earth to the surface. These eruptions are extremely violent and fast, which is actually important. And its importance here that it allows a diamond to reach the surface without transforming into another form of carbon, like graphite. However, not like all kimberlite pipes contain diamonds also. Maybe there are around, like that's the kimberlites found around 6,000 kimberlites all over the world. 900 out of them 6,000 contain diamonds, but only 50 out of the 900 kimberlites are economically viable. So after the formation, after that the diamond reached the surface, now we have to think about the part of the mining. Diamonds are mined using different methods depending on where they are located. We have three different methods for the mining. First method is open pit mining, we have the underground mining, and we have the alluvial mining. The open pit mining is used for deposits located close to the surface. Beside that, the underground mining, which is the second type, is used when deposits extend deep below the ground. And alluvial mining recovers diamonds from river sediments or seabeds. We can consider that the open pit mining, or the open pit, and the underground, or the kimberlites, those are the primary deposits of the diamonds. But as the alluvial, like where we find the diamonds in seabeds, in rivers, in oceans, that's what we consider a secondary deposit of a diamond. These operations can actually be massive in scale. In fact, mining companies may have to process more than 250 tons of rock just to recover a single carat of a gem quality diamond that can be used in jewelry. This also can show how rare diamonds are truly. And after the mining from here, diamonds must be separated now. Like we have to separate the diamonds from the ore, we have to separate them from the rocks that are bearing those diamonds. Because we find the diamonds when the kimberlite, as the elevating system again will bring the diamonds up to the surface, they will bring them inside some rocks. Those rocks, we have to separate them now from the diamonds that are inside them. So this is where we start with the rough diamond recovery process. And this also happens in a processing plant. So once the ore is extracted, it goes through several processing stages. First, the material is crushed, and then it's screened into smaller pieces, to pieces that we can, like manageable pieces that we can work with. Then with the second step in the recovery process, they have to go into some dense media separation systems in which it separates the heavier minerals from lighter ones or from the lighter rock. And in that case, we are using the density of the material itself to be able to separate them, like the light from the heavier materials. Finally, in this also like third step in the recovery process, the advanced X-ray sorting machines detect diamonds based on their physical properties and separate them automatically from the remaining material. So this process combined together, it combines mechanical and high-tech methods showing how modern the diamond industry has become. So now we have to take a little bit of a look about the global diamond production. Globally, around 110 to 120 million carats of rough diamonds are produced every year. So this represents a total value of approximately 15 to 16 billion dollars. However, this production is concentrated in a small number of countries. Russia and Botswana are the leading producers, followed by Canada, Angola, and South Africa. Together, these countries dominate the global diamond supply. But it's not also about the production of those diamonds, but the industry has also to focus about other things like the ethical sourcing of those diamonds. That's where the Kimberley Process Certificates Scheme comes in work. To ensure responsible sourcing in the diamond industry, the Kimberley Process Certification Scheme was established in 2003. It's an international system that requires all rough diamond shipments to be certified as conflict-free. Of course, we've heard before about blood diamonds, maybe conflict-free, ethical sourcing, traceability, and this is why the Kimberley Process Certificate Scheme was introduced to prevent conflict diamonds from entering the global market. And this ensures also transparency and accountability across the supply chain at the same time. And today we have more than 80 countries participating in this system, making it a very global effort. And beside, of course, this ethical sourcing and the traceability and the conflict-free diamonds, now we have to take a closer look at the rough diamond themselves. A rough diamond, the end is that it's a natural crystals that have not been cut or polished. They often form in specific geometric shape. Octahedron is the most common crystal shape for a rough diamond to come, which has 8 triangular faces. But some diamonds undergo during the formation some natural resorption during their geological history and develop rounded shapes. Those rounded shapes, or the shape that they come, they can make like 12 maybe faces or 16, can be named dodecahedrons or rhombic dodecahedrons. And also the diamonds, they can come in many other shapes like cubic shapes or some irregular shapes. And that's due to their growth environmental process also, depending on the growth environmental process that they undergo. These shapes reflect how the diamond grew under natural conditions. So each diamond is unique at the end of the day. And each one also, it has different potential depending on its characteristics. That's where the part of the sorting comes. To sort the diamonds into different categories, depending, of course, on several factors that we take into consideration. First of all, including the size, then we include the shape, the color, and the internal characteristics. And this process is important because it allows experts to categorize diamonds and decide how they should be processed after this step. And large operations may also sort thousands or even millions of diamonds into hundreds of categories. It is a very crucial step because it determines the next stages of the diamond's journey. Now, from here, we have to take it to one very important part, starting with the planning of the cut of those diamonds. Planning is one of the most important stages in the entire process. And because of the technology today, experts use advanced 3D scanning and computer modeling to analyze the rough diamond. They study the shape of the diamond, they examine the internal inclusions, they analyze the color, and they have also to study the clarity potential. And with the use of the modern technology, experts can scan the rough diamond in 3D dimensions and simulate different cutting options. Because it's very important, and the very main goal here is to find the best balance between maximizing the value, beauty, and the weight, taking, of course, all the factors together at the same time into consideration. So a single decision here at this stage can significantly affect the final result. From the planning, and whenever the planning is done, we can move then to the next step, in which will be the cutting, and the polishing will be after. Starting with the cutting has to be again determined after the diamond cutting process, after that the planning process is done. So in the cutting process, the first step is either to cleave, which like to split, or to sew the diamond, followed by shaping, known as bruting, which that this is the step of making the outline round girdle of the diamond. And finally, faceting where the polished surfaces are created. But also each facet has to be placed at very precise angle to ensure the best light reflections, and that's what produces the brilliance, fire, and the sparkle of a diamond. So that's how we can see the importance now of the cut. It starts appearing from here. This process requires both technical skill and a very deep understanding of a light behavior. So the importance of the cut now is by cutting a well-proportioned diamond. The cut of a diamond, the end determines how light interacts with it. The better the light interacts with the diamond, a better looking, a better brilliance, a better fire I will have in my diamond. So in a well-cut diamond, light enters through the top, or what we call the crown. Then it reflects internally many times before it has to go back to the top and then exit to the viewer's eye again from the crown. That's the best case scenario that we can have for a well-cut diamond. And this what creates again the brilliance, fire, and the sparkle. In a poorly cut diamond, if the cut is too shallow or too deep, light will either escapes from the bottom or from the sides, and then creating a dull appearance and some unwanted, undesirable effects in my diamond. For example, it can create some effects called like fisheye effect, or it can create some KID, which is called Kulitin bezel, and that's all depends on how I cut my diamonds between a well cut, the proportions of a diamond, and of course a poorly cut diamond. That's why cut is often considered the most important of the four C's. Now, moving more to the four C's, again, once a diamond has been cut and polished and it's finished, it has to be evaluated according to some internationally recognized grading standards. Diamonds are graded based on four key factors, what we know as the four C's: cut, color, clarity, and carat weight. So these criteria allow professionals to evaluate diamonds in a consistent and objective way. And learning how to evaluate these characteristics is the foundation of professional diamond grading. And this is how also diamonds are compared and valued in the global market. So now, what's going to be the step after then the diamond grading? When we do the diamond grading, and this is of course solely up to the laboratories, recognized worldwide laboratories like HRD, those grades has to be documented and reported in a diamond, what we call diamond grading report, or the identity of the diamond. And because each diamond is unique, each diamond will have a different grading report. So a diamond grading report provides an independent and objective assessment of the diamond. It includes details information about characteristics and other identifying features. So laboratories such as HRD Antwerp use strict grading standards and advanced gemmological equipment to ensure accuracy and consistency. This report will give the confidence for the buyers and ensure transparency in the market. So now, from the grading and from the reports, understanding diamonds is essential for everyone and anyone involved in the industry. As two diamonds may look very similar, but not identical, but also their quality and value can be very different. Knowledge allows professionals to evaluate these differences accurately. They can allow also to avoid costly mistakes and make informed decisions. So it transforms how we see and understand the diamonds. So that's why professional education is very important in our case here. So understanding diamonds requires both theoretical knowledge and practical experience. So professional gemmological education and training programs, they will develop the skills needed for the students to evaluate diamonds confidently and accurately, as well as understanding their characteristics. So this combination between the knowledge and the practice is what defines true expertise in the diamond. So because of this, HRD is providing courses like sorting of polished diamonds, digital jewelry design, diamond grading diploma, appraisal of rough diamonds, certified diamond grader, and they are offering for the participants of the seminar a 10% discount for the next 10 days of those courses using the codes aligned or next to each one of them here through the website. And this is for the education. We'd like to thank you very much for your time, and I hope this journey has given you a better understanding of the diamond's journey and inspired you to learn more. I will be happy now to take some of your questions regarding what we discussed more. And thank you very much. So please, whoever would like to have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Hello.
Yes. How are you?
How are you? Fine.
Good.
I want to ask if we want to take this certificate. We have a diamond and we need a certificate. What is the procedure to do it to take this certificate?
So the procedure will have to be sending the diamond of one of the HRD laboratories in which they are located among Belgium, India, Dubai. This is where are the main laboratories for HRD. And then within the laboratory, they will examine the stone for you. They will do like the proper grading for the stone, and then you can get the certificate of the stone.
We can send it by DHL, or we want to take it with us.
You can send it. Some shipping companies can, logistic companies can send like Transguard, like Brinks. I don't know if DHL they send diamonds
Okay.
as shipments, but there are some companies like the one I mentioned, Brinks, Transguard, Ferrari. Those are the companies that that can
Okay.
ship the diamonds. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Bharat. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yes, all well. Thank you very much. And thanks to Mr. Anand also, and thanks to HRD, given the good knowledge. And my question is the diamond from the mine to the polish or to the certificate. Is it any AIs enter in any kind of process?
Sorry, can you repeat your question as I can't hear you well, the last part.
Okay. The diamond process from the mine to certification. Okay.
Yeah.
In between of this, any one of the process, the AI is impact on it, AI is working on it.
Sorry, again, your sound isn't clear.
Yes. Okay, I'm clear. Is it any AI impact on the diamond process?
What about the diamond process?
Ramesh,
Yes,
are you saying that is there an impact of AI on the
exactly.
process? So
Any,
Hussein,
yes.
what he means is there any impact of artificial intelligence AI technology on the manufacturing process from mine to market, right, Ramesh? Is that your question?
Exactly, Alan. You're right.
At some stages of the process, we are of course like seeing some use of AI in the process of the diamond. Doesn't maybe like have to be maybe in the mining, maybe in the planning, maybe in the cutting, in which of course it's helping somehow now and making like with the new technologies, of course, easier for the people to work with the diamonds. But it's not taking, of course, like over completely over like the process. So we might use the AI in some sort of stages or phases, but it's still till now limited use also.
Okay, that's right. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, can you give us some details about the pink diamonds that is in Australia, Argyle Diamonds mining? Is it still operating that mine or they depleted? We heard some news that it is not available now. Pink diamonds, the
Pink
Argyle pink,
diamonds.
color.
So there was one of the very most famous mines in the world that's producing the most pink diamonds in the world, which is called Argyle Mine. It's located in Australia. The Argyle mine was shut down in 2020 as it ran out, of course, like from the production of the diamonds in it. So they stopped the operation in this mine since 2020, and way from before they were doing like the mining there since maybe 1980s in this mine. But due to the low production from that mine, like since 2020, then they stopped the production from there and the mining. It was shut down in 2020 actually. And by the way, the Argyle mine is the only lamproite, not a kimberlite. It's the only lamproite that was economically viable for the mining.
Okay. So is there any other country have this pink diamonds production, or only in Australia is available?
No, it's not only in Australia available. We can find, of course, pink diamonds in other countries, but Australia, the Argyle mine especially, was the main source of the pink diamonds. Now, maybe in Angola you can find pink diamonds, in South Africa you can find pink diamonds, in Brazil, and Russia maybe, but it's not only limited like to one country. That depends on the mine itself. But the biggest production of the pink diamonds were coming from the Argyle mine from Australia.
Okay, and the price wise is so high, no, than the white or colorless diamonds.
Yeah, talking about the price or the value of a fancy color diamond, that's a totally different, of course, valuation and the pricing for the normal color range, which lies between D to Z. So the price is like there's so much difference, of course, and then we do deal differently with a fancy color diamond than the normal D to Z, let's say colorless diamond. A dramatic difference in the price, yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Hi there, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Quick question. I've been hearing about 8xG Kel by Serene Technologies. Are HRD looking at beyond the 4Cs?
Okay.
Are you aware of that?
I'm aware of this, and this is mainly like considered for the cut, for
Yes.
what maybe somehow they see the precision of the cut, they see the cut, the grades also for, especially for the hearts and arrows and the others. But
Correct.
this is not used in HRD like as in the lab, let's say for, of course, the cut is graded in the lab,
Sure.
but for this, what you're talking about, this is solely for not for the use of HRD.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. I would like to have more questions from you, like to be more knowing more. Please feel free to ask whatever you would like to know about.
Okay, can I? If nobody, I will go ahead.
Please.
Yeah. Yes. From the mine diamond and the lab grown, okay?
Okay.
Is it the same components, both of them?
So you're asking if the lab diamond and the natural diamonds are the same?
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. They are the same. They are 100% the same in terms of the characteristics, in terms of the properties, in terms of the material even itself. But we can highlight one main difference between the natural diamond and the lab-grown diamond, which is the growth environment or the process of the formation. The natural, as we saw from the seminar, it's naturally formed by the nature. But the lab-grown, it's formed under controlled environment in the laboratories by humans. That's how we can see the main difference between the lab-grown diamond and the natural diamond. But both they have the same characteristics. Both they have the same properties: optical, physical, chemical properties. They are both made from carbon, and they have the same also crystal structure.
Yes. And what about nitrogen percentage for mine diamond and lab grown?
Which one? Come again, please.
What is the nitrogen percent which is having more like a mine diamond or lab grown?
I didn't get your question. If you can please
So
repeat.
Hussein is saying about the nitrogen percentage.
The
Like
nitrogen percentages.
yeah.
This we can say that there is a specific number or specific percentage. Let's say that we can talk about, especially that both they can contain the nitrogen, as the nitrogen is the main reason of the yellow color in a diamond. But there is no like maybe specific percentage that we can follow or agree on between the lab grown diamond, the presence of the nitrogen in the lab grown diamond or in the natural one.
Okay. Uh, okay. That's it. Yeah,
I hope
thanks.
this answers your question. Yeah.
Yes, yes, but according to my knowledge, lab-grown diamond nitrogen is lesser than mine diamond. I mean the natural diamond. Is it right?
Can be, I would say it can be impossible, especially that it's very controlled, the situation of creating the lab grown in the labs or creating the diamonds in the labs. So they have more control. They have a controlled environment in the labs where they somehow maybe can decide on like how the outcome can be.
Yeah, that's it. I'll get back. I'll give a chance to the other friends. I'll get back to you. Thank you.
Thank you. We can have a 5 minutes of more questions if you'd like, and then if you have anything, of course, more to know about. Oh, I'm just checking. I have a question in the chats. They're asking, are lab-grown diamonds certified the same way as natural ones? I would say now it's different from a lab to another, but with HRD stopped certifying lab-grown diamonds since the beginning of the year, since the 1st of January 2026. They stopped the certification of lab-grown diamonds.
Is there a reason why you stopped?
Is there a reason why they stopped? That's actually a good question, but I will not be able to answer like in and now like in a very good details from you, but we can follow up if you want after this one, like after the seminar with you about this one. But mainly I would say like in very, very short, let's say answer, I would say they want to focus like more on the natural ones, making like the value
Makes
for the
sense.
natural ones more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is just like in a very, very like quick and short answer.
Ooh, thank you.
Welcome. And HRD doesn't, by the way, also only certify loose stones, but it also certifies jewelry pieces. So, and like a jewelry piece that it has like a set of diamonds also inside, also it can be certified at HRD.
That is mounted diamonds. Mounted. Is it?
Mounted diamonds, exactly, yes.
Okay.
They certify the mounted diamonds, yes.
Hello there.
Hello, Magdalene.
I would like to ask.
Magdalene, yeah.
Yeah, Elena. I have very general question, but I would like to ask for advice on how to get started in the diamond business. I mean, I would like to start as a diamond dealer.
Okay. The first and most important thing, if you want to like start a professional, let's say, business you want like to do with the diamond dealing, is to learn and understand about the diamonds properly. And that needs, as we explained in the seminar, it needs like theoretical knowledge. That's number one, plus the practical skills, or like the practical, of course, like skills that you need combined together to be able to start something in the diamond business and industry for sure. And as we said, also there are like a set of courses that HRD can provide for this, like the diamond grading courses, the rough diamonds. But depends at the end of the day also for you on what do you want to deal with. Is it like you want to deal with the rough? You want to deal with the polished? Is it like for the jewelry? Is it like for the design? So that depends on you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.
لك بدي احكي.
تفضل.
Hello again.
Hello.
Please, if we search for on the web, we can find the contact in Dubai for HRD to do the certificate for the gems or for the diamonds, any piece of jewelry or also rubies, everything.
شو سؤالك بس بالضبط؟
سؤالي بالضبط
Yeah.
سؤالي بالضبط أنا I'm a jewelry maker. أنا زلمة جوهرجي وتعلمت. I have a course، أخذت دورات بالدايموند HRD. أنا تلميذ HRD وبدي أنا عندي ألماظ وعندي إمرالد وكذا، وبدي أعملهم سيرتيفيكيت. بدي الكونتاكت لا أقدر أعملهم سيرتيفيكيت.
اوكي طيب.
كيف شو البروسي، يعني شو اللي لازم اعمله انا؟ مين بدي اتواصل؟
وين موجود انت؟ بلبنان او
انا بلبنان.
بلبنان.
Yes.
اقرب شيء لحالتك انه اكيد على دبي انه بيكون، لانه اقرب لا المفروض يكون هو عليك على دبي لهون. اوكي، في رقم اكيد بقدر يعني اعطيك اياه كرمال تتواصل مع الشخص المطلوب والمعني هو بهذا الموضوع.
اكيد
ولا
ممكن.
يهمك، هو بيساعدك اكيد بهيدي الاشياء كلها.
اوكي، بتعطيني اياها؟ اوكي، بتعطيني اياها هلا ولا كيف؟
افتر اذا فيك بس انت تو بوت يور نمبر، وانا افتر بليز بقلب الشات اذا فيك تبعت لي اياه، وانا افتر السيمينار ببعت لك
اكيد
ما في اي مشكله.
ببعت لك هلا رقمي.
اسمي الكريم
فرانسوا رياشي.
فرانسوا، اهلا وسهلا استاذ فرانسوا.
وعندي بيج رياشي جولري على
تشرفنا بمعرفتك استاذ فرانسوا.
اوكي، دوت قلبي لانه في كذا حدا تطلع البيج صحيح.
خلص تمام.
اوكي. ثانك يو لك. ميرسي.
ولا اهلا وسهلا. Any other questions?
No more questions from my side. Thank you, Mr.
Yes,
Baydoun and Mr. Anand. It's time to leave for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Anand, I hope we'll see you at Mumbai on April 10th.
Yes, please.
Yeah, of course.
I'll glad to see you. Please do connect whenever you visit Mumbai.
Of course. Though I will join on April 10th.
Absolutely. Looking forward.
Yes. Thank you very much. Anyway, thank you both of you. Thank you, HRD.
Thank you. Thanks for attending.
Thank you, everyone. I guess, Hussein, we have no questions. We can conclude.
I would like to thank everyone for participating, for attending in this seminar, of course, and I hope it was beneficial also for you. And whenever you would like to know about anything, please contact HRD for any further knowledge, info, and assistance, please. And thank you very much all.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.